Long ago, in the heart of feudal Japan, there lived a samurai named Takeda Hiroshi. Born into the Takeda clan, Hiroshi was raised in the shadow of mountains and battlefields, a land where the clash of swords and the whispers of the wind told stories of honor and betrayal. From the moment he could walk, his father placed a wooden sword in his hands, teaching him the way of Bushido, the code that governed the life of a samurai. Loyalty, honor, courage, and compassion were not just words. They were the pillars on which his life was built. As a boy, Hiroshi would spend hours in the dojo, learning to master the katana, the curved blade that was the soul of the samurai. He practiced with the patience of the cherry blossom, which fell gently to the earth, knowing that even in death, there was beauty. His sensei, a grizzled old warrior, often reminded him, "The sword is not for taking lives, but for preserving them." A true samurai only draws his blade when it is necessary. Years passed, and Hiroshi grew into a strong and honorable young man. His reputation as a skilled swordsman spread throughout the province. But it was his heart, his unwavering dedication to his people, that earned him the respect of both peasants and lords. He was a protector of the weak, a man who sought justice above all. One fateful spring, war came to the land. A rival clan, led by a cruel warlord named Hasegawa Ichiro, sought to conquer the Takeda clan's territory. Hasegawa's army was vast, and his thirst for power knew no bounds. Village after village fell to his forces, leaving destruction in their wake. It was said that Hasegawa's warriors had no honor, only a hunger for conquest. One evening, as the sakura trees bloomed in the soft light of the setting sun, Hiroshi was summoned by Lord Takeda, his daimyo. The lord, an old man with eyes like steel, looked at Hiroshi with a grave expression. "Hiroshi," he said, "the time has come. Hasegawa approaches our castle. You are the finest warrior I have. Will you stand at the front lines, leading our men into battle?" Without hesitation, Hiroshi knelt before his lord and placed his hand on the hilt of his katana. "I will fight for our people, for our honor, and for you, my lord. I will not allow our home to fall." The next morning, Hiroshi donned his armor, a brilliant suit of black lacquered plates that gleamed in the early dawn light. His helmet bore the golden crest of his family, and his katana, Kei's no Yu, Dream of the Wind, was secured at his side. His face was calm, though his heart beat with the anticipation of battle. He knew that today, many would fall, but he was ready to face whatever fate the gods had in store for him. As the two armies faced each other on the open field, a tense silence fell over the land. The air was thick with the scent of earth and cherry blossoms, and the only sound was the distant call of a crane. Then, like thunder, the drums of war began to beat. The clash of steel soon followed. Hiroshi fought at the front, his katana flashing in the light as he cut through enemy after enemy. Each strike was precise, every movement fluid. His years of training had prepared him for this moment. Yet, even as he fought, he could not shake the feeling that something was wrong. There was no honor in the slaughter. He saw the faces of young soldiers, barely more than boys, terrified as they fought for a cause they did not understand. Suddenly, amidst the chaos, Hiroshi found himself face to face with Hasegawa Ichiro. The warlord's armor was as dark as night, and his eyes burned with cruelty. "Takeda dog," Hasegawa spat, drawing his massive blade. "You and your clan will fall today. There is no honor in defending the weak." Hiroshi's grip tightened on his katana, his mind focused, his heart steady. There is no honor in conquest for greed. A true warrior fights to protect, not to destroy. The two warriors clashed, their blades ringing out like the cry of a falcon. Hasegawa was strong, his strikes heavy and relentless, but Hiroshi's speed and precision kept him on equal footing. Their duel raged on, while the battle around them blurred into a distant storm of swords and cries. Then, in a moment of clarity, Hiroshi saw his opening. With a swift movement, he deflected Hasegawa's attack and struck. His katana sliced through the warlord's armor, and with a final cry, Hasegawa fell to the ground, his ambition silenced forever. As the battle came to an end, The Takeda forces stood victorious. The cost had been great, but they had defended their home. Hiroshi, weary but alive, knelt beside a fallen cherry blossom tree. The petals, soft and pale pink, fell gently around him like snow. He sheathed his katana and for a moment closed his eyes. His mind returned to the words of his sensei. The sword is not for taking lives, but for preserving them. Hiroshi had preserved more than just lives that day. He had preserved honor, the essence of the samurai's soul.